Good morning. Today is Friday, February the 9th, 2024. The market is about to open up. In my ARM trade, it looks like I'm going to be deep in the money on this, which means I'm in a losing position on my credit spread. The market just opened up and see, so right now I'm $48 in the hole. There's a couple of ways I can fix this. I can just do an at the money call credit spread, which would take me, I would basically be locking in a loss, but it would be less of a loss. So let's say if I show you right now, see, so there's different ways you can play this. See, so now I would be locking a loss. I would be making about 60 something. Oh, right now the market is moving very fast. So um, it would be locking in a loss, but I would be controlling the amount that I'm going to lose here, or I'll be losing less than what I would if I did nothing. So I'm going to kind of wait to see how the market shakes itself out right now. I don't have to make a move at the moment. Or I could just roll this out. I will take a loss on the put side, but then write a call on the call side, a call spread. And that basically turns into a iron condor. But like I said, I'm going to just wait to see what this market does at the moment before I make a move, because the market in from 9:30 to 10 o'clock is generally very volatile. It's the most volatile time. So the key is just to let the market do what it does in the beginning, and then I can, decide how I want to play this. But this was the good thing about when you do credit spreads, is that you're defining the risk that you take. So when I sold the 109 put and bought the 108 put, that's $1. So that means the most I was risking is $1. However, because of the premium that I collected, which was, I believe, 14 cents. So you minus $1 minus 14 cents. So my max loss was like 80 something cents. So, but what I'm going to do is reduce that loss if I can. Not if I can. I can reduce the loss. The question is just by how much. If I want to reduce my loss here, sometimes this happens. This is why you trade small contracts. And the best, see, this is why, first of all, it's nice to have some capital. The more capital you have, it's okay to take a little short-term loss. So I'm just going to wait for a bit to see how this market shake out. Because see, right now, it looks like it's coming a little bit back up. So I'm going to be patient and see how it plays itself out. Because what I'm looking to try to do right now, I can close out and just take a $40 loss, which would be less than what I originally was going to lose. And this stock continued going against me. But again, I'm going to wait and see how things shake itself out. No need to panic or rush, So you always want to have a game plan. I look at trading like flying, as a pilot. And though I'm not a pilot itself, nor do I have a pilot's license, I did take aerospace technologies when I was in high school. So I've always been fascinated with flying. But when your plane has some issues, you want to try to get it down as safely as possible with as minimized loss as possible. And so, you always want to have a game plan when you're trading. Not, losses is inevitable. You're going to take some losses. But the thing is to lose as little as possible. So this way you can fight to play another day, That's the one thing when it comes to investing or trading, is that there are risks. You're taking risks, but in order to get wealthy, you have to be willing to take risks. People who don't take risk ultimately takes the biggest risk, because when you rely just on your day job, what happens if you lose your day job? You lose your income. You lose your income. Well, that's a risk. Because you're risking that job, you don't lose your job when you're just relying on your day job. If you own a business, you're risking that, hey, you're going to continue to have clients. What happens if you don't have clients? So the beautiful thing about trading is there's always opportunities. It's just, how do you want to play it? Um, and like I said, right now, the markets is moving. What I want to do is let the market shake itself out. You don't want to panic, because the worst thing you could do is panic, because when you panic, it makes it very difficult to think properly. But you want to have a strategy that, what am I prepared to do? Well, I was hoping that this position would expire worthless, which means the stock stay above 109, but right now it's below 109. So that means, if as long as it stays below 109, I'm going to take a loss. Now the question is just, how big or how small of a loss am I going to take? Well, you see, this is where, again, I have a strategy, or a couple of strategies I have in play here, that I can, to reduce the amount of loss that I take, or should I say lock in. Or I may not even have to lock in a loss. So we'll see how the stock performs. And, you know, um, you just got to be patient, you know, but have a game plan. I mean, this sucks that the position that I did, moved against me, but I have a backup in the event that, or should I say, I have adjustments that I can make to fix the problem. Um, Personally, I wish I had the money to buy the stock outright. If I did, you know, right now it's 109. So 109, like let's say I had sold the 109 put, I would have needed at least $5,000, $6,000 to be able to purchase 100 shares of this stock. Because see, when you put money into, like, say, a Tasty Trade account or a brokerage account, especially if you have experience trading options, what they do is they allow you to borrow on margin. So what they do, so like let's say you put in $1, they put in like $1. So you can basically be working with $2. So let's say I put in $5,000, I basically would have had about $10,000 to work with. Now I can buy the stock, buy 100 shares, and you know things like that. But since I only have like $100 into the account, I don't have enough money to buy the shares. That's why I did the put credit spread, and um, but that's okay. I just have to do different strategies, different ways to make money. So this is the good thing about being trading is, Tasty Trade has the slogan, and I do believe in it. It's called trade small, trade often. If you keep your contract size small, your losses are small when you do have them, and it allows you to trade often. So eventually you're allowing the probabilities to work in your favor. So that's the good thing about trading small. Where if I had a lot of contracts, ooh, let's say I would have had about 10 contracts. It's like, even though I couldn't afford it right now, but let's say I had the money, but I did a lot of contracts. This profit loss here, this will be much larger, and it causes people to lock, their brain to lock and not be able to think as to what to do, so you always want to keep yourself what I call nimble. And again, I'm just going to let this play out. And I will get back to you later on as to what actually I'm doing, the actual official move. But I just decided to come on this morning just to let you know that right now I am in a loss position, and I'll come back later on to let you know exactly and show you exactly what I'm going to do to either reduce or eliminate this loss. Speak to you later. And if you like, again, if you like what I'm showing you, push the like button, the thumbs button, subscribe, and also leave a comment. Good afternoon. Welcome to another segment of the Jermaine Brown. Oh, this is a continuation of segment of the Jermaine Brown trading show. It is February the 9th, 2024. I did a video earlier today when the stock had fell down below both of my strikes, which means I was taking a loss. But now, like I said earlier, I would let the stock recover, or not recover, but I would let the stock do what it do, and then later on, I would make a decision how I want to proceed. Well, the stock rebounded and came back up, and now the stock is trading at about $113, $114. And so it is above both of my strikes. Now, right now, you see this P&L. I collected about 14 cents. I can keep probably around 9 to 10 cents of it. So what I'm going to do is close out this trade. Now, I could wait until the end of the day and just keep it all, but you don't want to do that, because what happens if the stock reverse, you can end up back into a loss position. So like they say, don't get greedy. So what I'm going to do is click on this, buy, and sell. So I'm going to buy back the position that I sold, and I'm going to sell the position that I bought. So let's close this out. So let's see what happens. How much of it I keep, if any. This is working. Let's see if I'll try to keep as much of it, that 14 cents that I collected, try to keep as much of it as I can, but we'll see. Okay, it failed. Congratulations, Jermaine. So if I refresh this, so another successful trade. Hey, and you just keep it moving. Okay, so go back to activity. Um, so I didn't make as much as I would have liked to on this position, but it's okay. I still made something. So at the end of the day, it's not bad. Oh boy. Yeah, I wanted to make, I should have made more than what I did, but it's all right. Let me see. I might want to try to do a trade for today, a 1-day trade. This right now is trading at 501.76. Let me see if I can do something at 500. I don't think it's going to allow me to get much premium. 499. Now I'm risking $95 to make $5. Now that's not going to happen. Risking 40. Let me see. Okay, I'm going to do I might end up doing this, a real tight iron condor on XSP. You know what? No, no, I was going to do something, try to do something for today, but now what I might do for next week, which is 3 days, a 3-day trade. Okay, 490. Let's see. This would expire on Monday, by the way. $92 to make $8. Nah, that's not for me. $87 to make 13. That's fine. I could get a little closer. Let's try this one. This is gonna be about 17. But now I'm taking more risk. About 20 I'll make. Nah, I can do better. Clear trade. What about the call side? 504. No. Let me try QQQ. $88 to make 12. Let's try this. Okay, I'm going to do an iron condor here. You know what? Nah, no. The key is not to get greedy. Okay, let's see. Hard to borrow, so then no. Okay, let me see what's my activity. Oh, let me look at Roku, even though our earnings comes out on the 16th. I could do an earnings thing here. See, the problem is earnings come out on Wednesday, so I would wait till Wednesday to do this trade. So I don't want to do this trade before Wednesday. Let me see NDX. It's not going to let me do it because there's not enough. These are more than one strike premium. See, risking 825 to make 175 in a day, because this would expire on Monday. But no, I don't have that kind of money, so NDX is out. Uh, Let me see NYCB, New York City Bank. Okay. Oh, they pay a dividend. Okay. Not very liquid though in their options. This is not bad. I can do better though. This is not bad though. But they have a dividend coming out. So, and I'm not going to hold this position for 7 days just to make $14 because you just saw how I made about $14 in about a day or so. So I'm not going to wait 7 days to make $14. Let's see. Oh, let's look at Marvel. Let's see what they do. 7 days. Now the stock is down $2.25, which is not bad because see with the stock going down, if I sell put credit spreads, I can collect more. If I do, I like the idea of an iron condor here. And then I would just adjust one side or the other. But you know what? Nah. But notice in 2 days, my account went from 100 to $114, or $105 to $114. Okay, so then I'm just checking some things out. What I want to see. Baidu. Let's see what Baidu is doing. 7 days. Oh, they got some nice options. So there's some opportunities for next week. But I might, you know what, do something with XSP. I mean, XSP. I'm gonna do something for today. Why not? A 1 day. I'm gonna see if I can sneak in a 1 day trade here. This will be a 1 day trade. The only thing is, it's cutting it close 501, 501.85. If this turns south, it could, you know. But I'm gonna take the chance because I kind of want to get something today, a little bit more than what I ended up getting. Okay, so then now you got filled. This is a tight put spread. Now I'm betting that the stock stays above $501. So I will close this out in about 2 hours to see what happens. But this expires today. I collected 13 cents. Let me see how much of this I can keep. All right, just to show you exactly, what I'm capable of doing. I'm gonna try to see if I can keep most, if not all of it, but we'll see. Um, Speak to you later. Bye. Good afternoon. Welcome to the third segment of of today. It's still Friday, February the 9th, 2024. The market is expected to close in 10 minutes. And so the trade that I put on earlier, which is XSP, which is the mini S&P 500 index, it trades at a smaller amount than the SPX, which is the 500 index. But I collected 13 cents, as you can see here in the trade price. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to more or less let this expire worthless because I sold the $501 put and I bought the $500 put, collecting 13 cents or $13 because you multiply by 100. And right now, the index is trading at 502.26. So that means it's not going to drop below 501 by in 9 minutes. SPX don't really work that way, so that's a good thing. So notice my account. I started at $105 on Wednesday. I think it was Wednesday when I. Mm, yeah, so started at 105 on Wednesday, and today the count is up to 124. So that's like an 18% return in 2 days. So that's pretty good. Um, let's see. So I'm gonna let this expire worthless. I'm not gonna do anything unless Tasty Trade um, automatically closes my account. I mean, not my account, my trade, which I don't think they should in this case because it's not gonna. I don't have to worry about after hour movement, like you have to worry about with stocks. So um, I don't anticipate them closing out my trade, and usually they would have done it by now if they was going to close out my trade. So I'm going to let it expire worthless, keep all the $13 that I collected, and this way I don't have to pay another premium. Well, really, I don't got to pay another premium, but I don't want to give back any more than I've already given up. So and so yeah. Now my account's at 125. It's slow, but it's growing, and that $25, or really the $20, I made $20 in about 2 days. $20.21. Let's just, to be exact, in 2 days. So it's not bad. Um, let's see what I can do next week. I want to try to grow it, and then like use the proceeds to pay back my wife, who I owe some money to, um, and yet still keep my principal, you know. So I want to be able to do that. And so this is a nice way again of paying off some debts that I owe. Again, with this little bit amount, but you start somewhere. I just want to show you though how you could start with such a little bit amount and and grow it. It's again, you're not getting rich overnight. This is not an overnight process. I'm not turning $100 to $500 in a couple of days. That's I mean, there are strategies that will allow me to do that, but I'm not comfortable with those particular strategies at this particular time. And I like the idea of getting some cash flow coming in. Now, if I knew exactly where a stock was heading, and there are ways you could, forecast that. And when, I can, and there, it will come down the road where I will buy some options. I will do what is called risk reversals, where you buy one option and then you sell some options to offset the cost of the buying. Um, so those are strategies because I like the idea of not paying for my options. I prefer to collect money. So that's why I like selling options because it's a nice way of getting money that comes into the account. Because the $13 that I collected, that's $13 that comes into my account. And when I let this trade expire worthless, I can keep that $13 and do it all over again. This is what I'm basically doing, folks, is I'm selling insurance, you know, because insurance, for those who are familiar with insurance, you pay what is called a premium, a monthly, biweekly, or bi-monthly premium you give to the company to insure a car, a house, or whatever, a boat, whatever. You paying for, to insure it in the event of a catastrophe. They will reimburse you or cover the cost. In this case, what I'm doing is I'm insuring people's stock. So when I sell puts, what I'm basically doing is selling insurance. I'm just giving people the right to sell their stock to me at a certain price, but I also have the right to buy it at another price if I'm doing a spread. So because right now I don't have enough money to own 100 shares of any particular stock unless it's a $1 stock, and you're not going to sell options on a $1 stock. So um, for this little bit amount, now eventually I could put more money in, but what I want to do is I want to see how far I can grow this account without putting in any more new money. This is just a little challenge for me. I mean, I'm tempted to put in more money when I get it, you know, say, okay, and maybe down the road I will. But I just want to grow this account and show you that even with a little bit of money, folks, you can create cash flow to help pay off some bills or whatever, or even to buy some food. Hey, I can give me a nice, pizza, Papa John's, Domino's pizza pie with this money, just $20 that I just made, So this is good, if I wanted to, you know. So it's about 3 minutes left. And so I'm just waiting, for those 3 minutes to expire. I mean, to go away, and then the market will close. And the futures market, I think, is open until a little bit later. And eventually I will make a futures trade, just not right now. What I like about the futures market is that it is a 24/7 market, but not on the weekends, not on Friday. So what I want to do is, but um, I'm away from my phone, but it's okay. Um, yeah, 2 more minutes. But I'm just showing you what is capable, when you have the know-how. So therefore, like, that whole thing, if you take away my wealth, I know how to still create, income, you know. So once you know the strategies and know how to create income, you can create income on demand. I can do this from anywhere. I mean, I've done this in Ghana. When I've traveled to Ghana before, I've executed these trades. Just get right online. As long as you got access to the internet, you can make money doing this. Um, Truth be told, the last time when I went to Ghana, the markets, the stock market slash option market, paid for my trip, and so the money it didn't come out of my pockets. So, like I said, um, but it does require some discipline to learn. Once you learn it, it becomes second nature. Then it's just a matter of the know-how and just having capital. The more capital you have to work with, the more capital you can make. It's just that simple. But you could also learn, practice this for free. Now, you can't do it for free on a Tasty Trade account, but there are accounts where you could open up, like Thinkorswim or Charles Schwab. But excuse me, Charles Schwab just recently brought out bought out Thinkorswim or TD Ameritrade. So, but Thinkorswim, there are some other platforms. I believe Interactive Brokers is also another one. Also, E-Trade or yes. So there are some companies where they allow you to virtual trade this to learn how to do it for free. So this way you get some hands-on experience, which is very important. Now, I wish they allow you to trade futures for free to learn how to trade futures for free. Um, I would have to check to see which accounts allow that. But but this is a nice way, and the markets is now officially closed. It's 4 p.m. So, or should I say, the stock market is officially closed. Now, technically, the options market is not exactly closed yet, but I can't execute no other trades. All I can do is maybe close out a trade. As far as I can't open any new positions. Let me put it that way. Um, but yeah, so this was a good week. And I'm looking to do this again next week. And let's see how we do then. Like I said, I'm gonna, keep track of my trading wins as well as losses. So this way you could see, what is possible. And so this way that it's up and up and legitimate. Because again, this is only $100. You're not gonna get rich, but hey, don't tell me you can't make money on $100. Yes, you can. So you give me $100, I can show you how to make some money. It's just, hell, I can show you how to make some money with $50 doing this, but $100 is better. $100 I would usually say is like the minimum I would recommend. But if you got access to more capital, a little bit more, I'd recommend. But you start small and you trade small. That's why you trade small, trade often. Um, that's a good motto, and that's a good way to learn. And not only that, by trading small, your losses are small, but more importantly, they're easier to adjust and turn a losing trade into a winning trade. But it's hard to do that if you trade large and you don't use up all your buying power, and you don't have no cash or reserve capital, and then it's hard to make adjustments. And trading is about making the ability to make adjustments, because not all trades, folks, is going to work in your favor. Now, sometimes it's best to just take the loss, but I believe, hey, if I can adjust a trade and come out with, break even or even a winner, what they call a scratch, break even, scratch, or a winner, hey, I'm going to do that as long as it doesn't take me 6 to 8 months to do that. Just simply, hey, yeah, I want to turn a loss into. I like the idea of turning a losing trade into a winner. And one day I'll probably show you how to do that. I'm certain I got videos on that. Matter of fact, you can even YouTube how to turn a losing trade into a winner. You can YouTube that stuff up, and it's good to learn. Because again, I'm gonna have a losing trade. I thought I was gonna have one today. When the markets opened up this morning, the stock was down. Not this particular one, SPX. I'm sorry, XSP, but the other one, ARM. That's the stock that I was dealing with, and it was down, but it moved back up. So it was going. It went from a losing trade into a winning trade. But again, the whole key thing is to not panic, and by not panicking, I let the probabilities play itself out, and it worked out in my favor. So I want to thank you for watching this, and again, if you like it, hit the like button, the thumbs up. If you got a comment, please feel free to leave a comment, because hey, we could all learn. And then don't and please subscribe, and share this with others, because this is how you learn. Okay, speak to you later. Bye.